Hi everyone, welcome back to your mat. My name is Narisara on behalf of Pratt Athletics. This is Stretch and Relax. And today, if you could have available like a towel or a blanket, something you might use as padding for your knees or for your back. And I want to do something with a strap. So if you have like a belt, the wrap from your towel, that would be helpful today. Yes. So I'll show a bunch of different variations, and let's just have a little fun stretching out and releasing all that stress. So come to sit comfortably for a moment. Let your spine be nice and tall. Place one hand to the heart, second hand to the belly. Let your eyes close. Take 3 breaths. Long breath in. Exhale out 1. Long breath in. Exhale out 2. Long breath in. Exhale out 3. Just let your breath come back to normal and just connect breath, body, heart, and mind. Let your eyes float open, hands relax down, and first come into child's pose. So in child's pose, if you ever want to use a blanket for your knees or a towel, let that happen. Let your big toes touch, your knees come wide, arms come forward, and hand come down. Let's take a few breaths here to lengthen the spine. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. And inhale, exhale 3. Then make your way up onto your hands and knees. And you're going to be onto the shins. So I'm just going to put down a blanket for my knees. You don't have to if you don't want to. And as you come upright, let your right leg come out to the side. Now make sure your leg isn't behind you. It could be to the side or even in front of you. And that one hip isn't higher than the other. This is called gate pose. Drop your arms down. Inhale both arms up. And take a side bend over towards the right. Stay here and breathe. Inhale both arms up and side bend the other way. Hand down to a block or the floor, stretching over. One more time. Inhale both arms up. Exhale, side bend and gate pose, parigrata. Inhale both arms up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale both arms up. Exhale, hands to your hips and bring your hands down in front of you. So first, this might be enough. You might feel some stretch along the inner thigh, inner groin area. If you want more, and you don't have to do more, you can start to press the bum back toward the heels, and you might get a little bit more stretch on the inner thigh here. If you want, you can stay here, or you might make your way down, and you can let your head just rest onto your fists, your hands. And let's take another 4 breaths here. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. And then come back onto the hands and knees. A little variation of thread the needle as you inhale. Same arm as extended leg, right arm up. Exhale, right hand behind the wrists. Turn your head, and I'll bring your shoulder down and weight more back into the legs and stay here. The arm relax onto the floor. Exhale. One more breath. Unwind and reach that right arm up. Exhale, hand down. Make your way onto your hands and knees and just swing your hips a little side to side. Come back to center and extend that left leg out. Come nice and tall. Lift it again here. Drop the arms. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, side bend over, gate pose. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, side bend away. Inhale, up. Exhale, side bend. And inhale, up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up, exhale hands to your hips, and make your way onto the hands. And just be careful of the inner groin, inner thigh area as you start to gently press back. It might be a little bit, and one side might be very different than the other as you release downward. You might want to let your head dangle, or your head might touch something, and breathe here. Exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. And then make your way back onto the hands. And same arm as extended leg. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, hand behind. Shoulder gently comes to the floor as the weight more back into the legs. Exhale. Breathing here. Exhale. And then unwind and reach that left arm all the way up. Exhale, hand comes down. Make your way onto the knees. You can move the blanket out of the way. And let's come back into a downward facing dog. So make an inverted V. Stretch the palms. Stretch the waist. Stretch the hamstrings. Take a full breath in. And exhale all the way out. And then we'll drop down into child's pose for a moment. Flipping the palms up toward the ceiling. The head might want to touch something or not. You can stay here or bend your elbows, let your hands touch. Bring the hands either up to the ceiling or back between the shoulder blades. A couple more breaths here. Inhale, exhale 2. And inhale, exhale 3. Straighten the arms. Come back into a downward facing dog. And then go ahead. Walk your feet just halfway forward to the front of the mat. And when you're here, just fold over the legs. And you can hold on to opposite elbows. Let the head drop down. And maybe you'd like to sway the body a little left and right. And let your hands come down. Maybe you want to sway your hips a little left and right. And then you're going to bend the knees. And we're going to come down to a squat pose. And if your heels start to pop off the floor, use the blanket underneath your heels. And I'll just show that variation here. Make sure your knees are over your toes. Yeah, so taking a moment here in a deep squat. Yes. And just make sure that this is something you can stay in for about 4 more breaths. And developing a little flexion in the ankles, knees. Good. Lift it in the low core, lift it in the heart, and roll the shoulders back as you press the palms together. Bring the hands to the floor. Let your feet come parallel, straighten the legs, bring the legs a little closer together and fold over the legs. Coming into a standing forward, fold again. Take a breath in and exhale, bend your knees. And we're coming back down into a squat where you might turn your feet out, let the bum come down, let the spine lift upright. Long breath in, open the mouth. The lion's breath. Bring your hands to the floor, parallel your feet, straighten the legs, lift the hips up, drop the head down. And then we'll maybe interlace the fingers behind the low back. If you wanted to bring your arms forward, you can, breathing here. We'll do a little something for the back too. So this time, bend your left knee, look to the right, and spin twist your rib cage over toward the right. Breathe here. And exhale, release. Bend the right knee, look to the left, spin twist. Breathe here. And exhale, come back to center. Release your arms, shake anything out. And then inhale the arms all the way up. When you reach up, drop the arms down by your side. And then just inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Take an inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, release down. And make your way back into a downward facing dog. Press into the palms. Drive the heels down. And breathe here. Send your right leg up into a three-legged dog and step it forward into a low lunge. Drop the back left knee down and make your way upright. And lift in the belly, lift in the heart, reach your arms up. Circle your arms back and around. And then interlace the fingers behind, open the chest again. Maybe you stay here, maybe you start to send the hips a little forward. Breathe here, exhale, drop the head down, a little kneeling devotional. As you inhale to lift up, free your arms up. Bring your arms out to the side. Give yourself a hug. Maybe we'll do the left arm on top, or half or full eagle. And maybe you could stay here or take a little arching and curling the spine as you inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. And as you inhale, lift, free your arms. Bring your hands down. And then begin to walk the hands back. And you'll start to straighten the front leg. And maybe you flex the foot, maybe you stay onto the knee. Some of you might be able to bring the hips further back. If you need to put that towel or blanket underneath that right pelvis, do. And just let yourself fold over the legs. Stay here and breathe. Inhale, exhale, 2. And inhale, exhale, 3. Good. Let's go ahead and make your way up onto the hands and knee. You can tuck the back toes under, straighten the back leg. Take your right hand, bring it on the inside of the right foot, move the right foot out to the side, and come into a little more dragon or lizard pose. You can either keep that back knee up, you can put a little towel or blanket underneath if you want to drop the knee down. If you want, you can stay onto the hips, you can bring your forearms down, and you might let your head release, and we'll breathe here. Exhale, 2. And inhale, exhale, 3. Make your way upright either onto the forearm or you can be higher up as you bring the right hand to the thigh and take a little twist. Or you can bring your right arm back and give yourself a little quad stretch. Unwind out of this and make your way back into a downward facing dog. Good. Take a full breath in and exhale all the way out. Inhale, sweep the left leg up and step it forward into a lunge. And drop the back knee down. Go ahead, reach the arms all the way up. And lift it in the core, lift it in the heart. And swing the arms forward and down. And then when you drop the arms down, when you interlace, the other thumb is on top, shoulders back and down, lift the chest. Maybe you stay here, or you start to send the hips more forward. You can stay here, breathe in, or take that kneeling devotional as you fold. And as you inhale to lift up, free your hands, bring the hands down, and then begin to walk the hands back. Begin to straighten the front leg. If you flex the front foot, it'll get into your calf. Your leg doesn't have to be all the way straight. You can stay here. Or if you want, you can start to walk yourself back even further. If you're falling over to one side, you can stick the blanket or the towel underneath that, sitting bone back here. And maybe you're here, maybe your knee's more bent, that's fine. Or inhale, exhale, let your eyes and head relax. Stay here and breathe. Inhale, exhale, 1. And inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. And make your way upright. Rebend the front knee, come into a little lunge here. Let's take a little twist. Bring the hand down, move that left foot over to the side. And you can either stay here in dragon or lizard pose. If you wanted to drop the back knee, you could. You don't have to, though. Or if you wanted to bring your forearms down. And let's breathe here. And just opening up the front of the hips. One more breath. Let's play with the twist. You can either stay on the forearm, or maybe you want a couple higher up as to twist. If you wanted to put the back knee down, bend the back knee, reach for your foot or ankle, give yourself a quad stretch. And then release out of this and make your way back into a downward facing dog. And then drop down onto the hands and knees. Just tuck your toes under so that you're opening up the toes, the plantar fascia back here. And that could be enough. You could send your bum back toward your heels. You can come down to the floor and rest, or you might be upright. Let's just stay here for another 6 breaths or so. Exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. And inhale, exhale 5. Good. Make your way out of this back onto the hands and knees and stretch your legs back a bit. Good. You can even come to the shins again and sit back, letting the tops of the feet come to the floor. That's another way of stretching the feet out. Yeah. Breathing here. All right. From here, sit comfortably for a second and take your towel or your blanket, and you probably want to fold it up where you might want something either thinner, which is probably about this size, this thick, it's about my torso size or so. If you need it even more thick, you could just fold it in half like this, right? So the first thing is that, turn away from you for a moment, you might want to just put the feet, hips around and sit your bum back. Yeah, so that's option number 1, right? Just to open up the quads, we're creating a little something for the seat here, right? So this is going to progress a little bit lower and lower, but don't feel like you have to force anything in your knees to open or your spine. The next stage is to open it up so it's not so thick and come to sit back with your knees a little closer, feet a little wider, and your bum is coming between the heels, right? So the feet are on the outside here, okay? And see what this is like, yeah? See if this might be nice to open the quads, right? Watch out for your knee joints. And then lastly, if this works for your anatomy, you might be sitting between the knees, which may or may not work, yeah? So, and this could be enough. You might have something underneath, that's fine. But choose a good seat. Start to walk your hands back. And then maybe you're here. Let your head relax, eyes relax. Maybe you come to your forearms. Yes. Maybe you let your head release. If you have an extra blanket or a cushion or a pillow or something, you can create like this big sort of like Tootsie Roll burrito sort of thing and make it nice and firm, not squishy, nice and firm, and put it in your low back so you can start to lay back all the way in this saddle pose, Supta Virasana. Good. We're going to be here a little while longer. If you don't want any props at all, just come back and stay there. Good. Make sure your arms are either supporting you, but no stress, or maybe your arms are up and away. Let's take 5 more breaths here. Exhale. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Good. To come out of the pose, you're going to use your core and send your forearms to the floor, chin into the chest, lift up, make your way onto your hands and knees. Move any stuff out of the way and just stretch one leg back at a time. You might need to wiggle or shake something out. Ooh, it's fun, right? Opening up the quads today. Yes. If you want to take another downward facing dog or flow through, you can. And just another couple breaths here, letting the back of the legs open up again. And breathe here. Go ahead, drop down onto the hands and knees. And let's play with a little butterfly pose. So, swing the legs forward. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides. Come nice and tall for a moment. Use the blanket anywhere you want. Breathe in, exhale, fold forward. Let's stay here for a few breaths. Inhale, exhale 1. And inhale, exhale 2. And inhale, exhale 3. And then inhale to lift up. Bring the knees up. Bring the legs out a little bit. Hands back. And just drop your knees over to the right and left so you get a little bit of twisting action. Okay. Good. And then when you come back to center, let's play with a little shoelace pose, Gomukhasana. As you come onto the hands and knees, slip your right knee forward and then tuck your left knee behind. Widen your feet left and right. Sit your hips back. Now, if your hips don't go all the way back, sit up on the nice towel or blanket. And in this variation, maybe you want your heels closer to your hips or more out to the sides. All right, I'm going to use the strap here. Open it up so you get your towel. And then swing this over the right shoulder. Yes. Actually, sorry, over the left shoulder. Okay. Right leg on top, left arm up. Now spin the palm toward the center, even behind you, so from the arm bone. Bend the elbow. Now drive that left elbow up. Make sure your head isn't forward. Bring it back and maybe stay here. Or bring your right arm out, internally rotate, sit behind, and you can just hold on to the strap behind you or interlace the fingers together. Take a breath in and exhale and breathe in, and we'll start to fold forward, and maybe you stay here. And if you need to release your arms, please do. 3 more breaths. Exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. And inhale, exhale 3. Take an inhale to lift up and free your hands. Move the strap out of the way for a second. And take your right leg, extend it in front of you. Bring the left foot on the inner thigh. Right, so you're looking at half butterfly pose here. If you're slumping down a little bit, sit up a little higher so that you can actually use that blanket underneath. If you want to use the strap, you can use that here. Use your towel. Yes. And make sure you're not curling your shoulders forward. Plug them back. Good. Flex the foot if you can. Breathe here. And then from your hip joint, imagine your belly and your thighs coming closer together. So it's not your chest and it's not your nose or your forehead, but the belly, the thighs coming closer together. Good. Draw the shoulder blades back. Let the eyes and head relax. Few more breaths here. This is called Jhana, head of the knee pose. Exhale 2. And inhale, exhale 3. And take an inhale to lift up. Take the strap and keep it around that front foot. Just lay it down for a second. Move this left leg out to the side. You're going to face the side of your mat. Yeah, so more inner thigh stuff. Okay, honor the knee. Lifted tall. Oops, hold on. Make sure the strap stays around your foot. Prop management here. All right, so left arm out to the side. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend over the leg. Classically, you look up. If your neck is out of it, look any way that you want. Down, center, and fold over. Breathing here. Exhale, 1. Maybe your top arm holds onto the strap. Now let me drive that left hip bone down. Breathing here. Exhale, release the strap as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, relax. Good. Take the strap off the foot. Just move that out of the way. Come through butterfly pose. Close the legs together. Maybe you just need a moment to come in. Or you can just start to roll things around. Or you can play with a little reverse tabletop to lift the hips up. Free yourself and release down. Let's come into a little Shoelace Gomukhasana on the other side. We're going to slip the left knee forward, right knee behind. Sit the hips back. Oh. And just take a moment here. Okay. Good. One side is a little tighter on my... Okay. If you're using the strap, that'll go over the right shoulder. Inhale, get tall. Nice and tall. Flip the palm toward the center or behind. Bend the elbow. Elbow up to the ceiling. Head going back in space as you stay here. Or you can bring the left arm out, internally rotate, sit behind the back, and you're nice and tall here. Good. Maybe you hold on, or breathe in, exhale, fold of the leg. Good. If you need to release the arms, you can, or just stay here for a few more breaths. Good. Connecting the belly to the thighs. Don't let the head and neck do all the work. Then take an inhale to lift up. Undo the arms. Just move your strap out of the way for a second. Take that left leg, place it in front of you, and bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the thigh. You're lifted in the heart and the core. And if you want to, you can use a strap over the left foot, either the ball of the foot, pulling it back, right? Again, don't curl your shoulders. You're still lifted. Breathe in, exhale, and again, just imagine the belly and the thighs coming closer. So really resist with your shoulders curling forward. Keep your gaze looking long, long, long out in front of you. Yes. You can let the neck relax and eyes relax at the very end here. About 3 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. And inhale, exhale, 3. And then inhale to lift up. Move the strap out of the way. Keep your left leg basically where it is. Just open the leg out to the side. Arm down. Oops, sorry. Take the strap around the foot here. And inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold over. Maybe you keep the strap in the left hand, or you can bring the top arm up and over and play with that. Exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Good. Drop the ambition. Right? Just let the whole right side open. Right? It doesn't have to look or feel like the other side. Good. Just let it blossom open in its own time. Go ahead and exhale and release the strap. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, relax. Take the strap off the foot. Come through butterfly pose. Bring the knees up. And maybe you just like to let yourself release or twist a little bit. Or you might lift the hips all the way up. And exhale, release down. All right. And then from here today, let's open up the back just a little bit more. Take your towel, your blanket, And if you can get it folded so it's about a little wider than your shoulders, yeah, so however which ways you like to fold it, but then you're going to make another burrito, Tootsie Roll, cannoli, and you're going to take this roll and put it about chest high at this level, but it's going to go behind you. So let me just show you with one arm. It's going to go, the placement of the roll is behind you here. And so your arms and your shoulders are going to be like this, except I'm going to be lying on my back. Yeah, I just wanted to show you sitting upright. Place the roll back here. Bend your knees. And you'll know where the right spot is as you roll back. And your head and shoulders are not on the roll, but your upper back is. You're just opening up through the spine this way. You can either have your knees bent, your legs long, or butterfly pose again. And breathe here. And we're just coming into this supported goddess pose to open the chest up a little bit. Now really drop down into the breath. Take a full breath in. Full exhale out one. Full breath all the way into the deepest part of the lungs. When you exhale all the way out to empty. Last breath here. And then you'll bring the feet to the floor and the knees up to the ceiling. Roll over onto your side, make your way upright. And you can stay in that pose if you really like it for rest, or you might put a blanket roll underneath the knee and let yourself relax. And give yourself this time, give yourself this rest so that your body can reintegrate and you can let all the work stop. You might take a long breath in and exhale all the way out. Now you can stay here as long as you need. Or you might bend the knees, place the feet onto the floor, and roll over onto your side, make your way upright. Take some of that calm and ease with you throughout the rest of your day. Thank you very much. Again, my name is Narisara on behalf of Pratt Athletics. I'll see you soon. Bye.